Hi, this is Neil Good from the Good Law Group. Today I'm going to be talking about medical improvement in a Social Security disability case. So you only really worry about medical improvement after you've been approved for benefits. Most of the time at the end of an ALJ decision, they will write if medical improvement is expected and how long it will take to get there. So what that does is they diary that, and then they follow up with you and they question you about your continuing disability and whether you're entitled to keep getting benefits. So the definition of medical improvement by the Social Security Act is any decrease in severity of your impairments from the most recent favorable decision. However, recently they've added a new thing that they call the comparison point decision date, which could even be more recent than your last decision, because if you were on benefits 10 years ago and they check on you and they don't have the records, then they use a comparison point decision. I'm going to give you two examples of medical improvement. The one where the person got it, where they were approved again, and the other one where they lost their benefits. The most important thing I think you should get from this video, though, is keep going to the doctor, keep getting treatment. Even if you have to go to a different doctor to get treatment like every 60 days. And it's not treatment necessarily, but it's documentation. That's really what you're doing when you're going to the doctor, is it's documenting the pain and your severity. So I'm going to use two examples. One example is going to be an individual who had herniated disc surgery, and they ended up with failed back surgery syndrome, which means the surgery didn't really work. So after they have their surgery, they get an MRI, and the MRI shows that the surgery didn't work. And they also have testing for range of motion and strength. They do that right at the point of getting the decision in the Social Security case, and then the judge writes medical improvement expected in 2 years. So then 2 years later, they're going to contact the person who won the disability case, and they're basically going to look at the following three main things: objective testing, like an MRI, signs and symptoms, and how you're functioning. In a Social Security disability case, different than a workers' comp case, they don't really recognize maximum medical improvement. In a workers' comp case, when you have maximum medical improvement, they basically presume that you're stable. They don't recognize that in Social Security. They're always looking to take people off benefits and to get and to see if they're following up with their doctors. So with the first example, if you have an MRI 6 months after you've had surgery and you have limited range of motion and you're not functioning properly daily, and then 2 years later, you're still going to the doctor, and if you've had a second MRI and it shows the same as the first MRI, that's a good thing. Okay. Also, if your daily functioning is off, like it was when the decision was made, that also is a favorable thing. Another thing I've learned over the years is sometimes people get additional disabilities on top of that. And I think that helps too. Okay, now I'm going to give you a case where I've seen where they don't find that you're still as disabled, or they find that medical improvement has existed to the point where you're capable of going back to work. So let's assume somebody got Social Security disability benefits for rheumatoid arthritis. So with rheumatoid arthritis, there's a blood test that shows how high your rheumatoid arthritis is. They do range of motion testing and strength testing. So if an individual, let's say they go on some type of biologic and their rheumatoid factor goes down, their swelling is down, and their functioning is down, or their symptoms are not as limited as they were before, that person could lose their Social Security benefits for medical improvement. I hope this has been helpful today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at the information below. Thank you.